And we are live.
Hello,
everyone. I already see a bunch of people in the comments, which is awesome. So today's the final day of Camp Nano. And
it's crazy.
I have to stop myself from making noise. So how is everyone? I personally was not participating in the least, and thank God, because black mold happened and that basically took over my life.
Yeah, what happened with that? I haven't really updated since then.
Yeah, I haven't really updated because there's not really any update besides the fact that we removed the mold, we replaced any rotten wood, and that's about it. So I still have a closet that's empty and everything's just sitting in a spare room. And it's all just exposed, which has been awful for my allergies. And the reason why we can't touch it is because we want to fix the roof before we rebuild the wall. And we can't fix the roof.
Are you able to change your internet? It's really coming in and out for me over here. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing for you, Natalia, or not.
Yeah, are you having issues?
No, you're fine for me.
And because I'm not having any issues seeing Brooke either. Let me you
guys let us know if you can hear Mandy okay. You keep coming in and out for me a lot.
Well, that's weird. I am connected to because I have two Wi-Fi networks in the house. One is for the office, one is for the living room, and I am connected to the office one. And so far, other Mandy says I'm not having any issues. But what was it? Oh yeah. So we have to wait. No, that's okay. We just have to wait until Brooke seems to be fuzzy. So it's a Brooke problem.
Becca also said you keep coming in and out too.
Me?
Yeah. So maybe it's both of us. I'm gonna refresh. Mandy, you do whatever you need to do, but I'm gonna refresh right now.
I don't know what I need to do. I don't know if I'll be able to refresh. I'm the host.
You look fine to me.
Mandy and Natalia's okay. Brooke is fuzzy. I don't see any issues, but Brooke does seem to have a lower resolution. Yeah, that's all I could see. Ooh, I guess
I saw a little fuzziness with her too.
Hello. Oh God, we've mixed up the order now.
So thrown off.
There we go. Isn't that what we normally do, anyways?
Oh, you guys do have laundry over here.
So all we need to do is just wait until a weekend where it's sunny and April showers. So no sun recently.
I wish we had April showers. I want April showers.
Well, it was fine until one of the showers was so rough that it just made my wall squishy.
Eek. That's not a good kind of shower.
God, that is not good.
No. And the worst part was Phil was the day of we were supposed to have our last live stream, Phil called me. He's like, I'm stopping at Home Depot to pick up stuff to open up the wall. I'm like, okay, thinking we're just gonna see what it looks like and then be done. But we opened it up and it looked awful. So
in the pictures you sent, it was oh my gosh. I was
yeah, I forgot I sent you guys pictures. It was and then I just got nervous because I watch Home and Garden, and I'm whenever they have black mold on Home and Garden, it's SOS, don't touch anything, don't breathe it in. And so I was just so nervous, but I Googled it. And because we had what we thought we had more black mold than we actually did, it was really just one spot.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. And the rest of it was just really rotten wood.
Yeah, that's such a nightmare to go through, especially with everything else going on right now. So
yeah. Well, even we're waiting for the insurance company to show up to look at the damage and then be like, are you going to pay for part of it or are we on our own? But they're just not they said they would show up, but then they didn't, and everything's all haywire right now. So I heard, what state do you live in? Connecticut, New England. So it was snowing about 2 weeks ago, and now it's sunny, and I have a garden that's blooming with weeds. With weeds.
I don't like weeds.
You do when they're knee high. So Camp Nano. How's everyone doing? I'm not participating, so I don't get to say how I'm doing. But
I feel like I'm not actually participating either. I thought I was going to be
anymore.
Wow, what great hosts we are.
I know. I mean, honestly, the website is like zero fun. So I'm like, I'm not going to use the website. And then since I'm not using that, it's kind of like, I'm not going to update anything. I'm not going to track it.
I felt like that's what exactly happened for me at first of why I wasn't participating as much anymore. It was like where I started going, well, I'll just like do it on my own. And doing it on my own doesn't feel like I'm like in it for some reason. Your mindset is different for some reason.
Yeah, so how about people in the comments? Maybe you guys are doing better than us.
Yeah, I saw some people have won. So some people who are even here, like Becca won, and she's here. So she's forward on the words.
Let's see.
Vera said that she won last week.
The website is horrid. I think that's agreed upon. Oh, look, there we go. Website is poop emoji.
Millie McAdams won too.
We have another winner.
Yay!
Yeah, I can't speak tonight. That's too bad about the website though. But we have over 94,000 words.
Dang!
But that doesn't sound like failure. Like I don't know what you're talking about there, Sarah. Let's see. Okay, so. Do we want to talk about what we're working on first? Because I personally am going to be working on my children's book, which I'm super excited for because I think, fingers crossed, the pre-order is going to be out soon and the cover reveal is going to be like very soon, I think.
Yay.
I hope.
That's awesome.
It's nice that you can talk about it now, too.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, well, for so long, it was just going so slow because I was learning how to illustrate first. So I wanted to make sure that this was going to be a thing before I announced it. And thank God something clicked eventually.
Oh, and it was, I have to say, watching that video of you making the Cursed Hunter cover was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love videos like that, where it's like the fast... what do you call it? Just designing or whatever.
Speed design.
Yeah, speed design. Yeah, those are always so fun to watch when people do that. And I love your version of it too.
I love that. It's actually speed drawing is mainly how I learned how to illustrate. And I just find it to be the most helpful thing when you're learning. And it's also just super satisfying to watch. Especially at the beginning, I forgot how much work had gone into putting someone's head on a different body, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how bad it looked at first.
Doing like the skin match and everything.
Oh my God, yes. I was like, I can't get it the right tone.
Yeah, you did a wonderful job. Like I couldn't tell just looking at the cover that head didn't belong on that body. I had no idea.
Yeah, my biggest fear was like after doing a video like that people would look at the finished cover and be like, oh yeah, I see where she messed up now. But I'm still able to like look at the cover and be like, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked the background in that probably the best.
Oh my God, the background.
The other covers, the background's like so cool looking.
You guys have no idea how much effort went into that background. Because I wasn't able to film everything because my computer can only handle so much. But there was a bit of back and forth because we thought we wanted it one way, then tried a different way. And then at the end of the day, Bethany was like, can we just go back to the first draft? And I was like, if I had remembered to save it.
Oh no! So you had to redo it?
Yeah, sort of. I'm usually really good at saving every single draft. Like when I do a cover, you'll see the files will say like V1, V2, V3, V4. But for whatever reason, that one time I didn't do it. So as soon as she was like, can we go back to the first version? I was like, oh
no.
Sure. If I can figure out how I did it.
Can I ask real quick to Natalia with the boards? Like you guys, if you hadn't seen Natalia's office video thing, she hadn't had those boards behind her. And so now she does. It looks so cool. And I'm curious, is that just there or is that all over your room?
It's just my 2 walls here.
How did you do that?
It's a tapestry.
Is it really?
You couldn't tell? That's so awesome. No,
not at all.
Yeah, it's just a tapestry.
I was thinking like it was one of those fancy wallpapers.
Yeah, I thought it was wallpaper too.
Nope.
Could not tell at all that it was a tapestry.
Yay, that's good to know. Yeah, no, it was. I got it in today, and it took like 5 minutes, and Greg helped me put it up, and there it is.
Yeah, it looks
That's
really, really cool.
lovely.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
The wood color reminds me of Santa's workshop from Rudolph. You know what I mean?
Which one?
Like that gray whitewash. It's like Rudolph the Playmate.
Yes.
The whitewashed look of like the wood. That's totally what it reminds me of.
Yes.
Or from Elf, because they kind of do that too.
Yep.
It looks like that almost.
I love
Brenda,
it, though.
yes, I did. I just put tacks through it into the wall. And then hung the things on them.
Let me see if I can find that.
Because it looks like it's a corner.
Mhm.
I still don't understand how you did this with the tapestry, because you have like that corner.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we got quite lucky because the end of this wall and the end of the tapestry just so lined up so that the corner was really nice.
That's crazy. Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's like an illusion. I didn't know if it would trick the eye or not.
Oh my god. It looks really good. I was like, wow, she was brave. She put up wallpaper.
Right? Nope. Just hung a tapestry there.
Well, are you guys ready to get going with some sprints?
Yeah. So I guess we should vote upon what the next I'm already thinking we're like halfway through. What the first writing sprint should be if we want to do like a short warm up or something else. A different time, like
vote for around 15-ish, but that's just
15?
my vote. I'm just here to find hairpins.
Okay, the comments can vote. I'm going to answer this quick question. Do I do horror dark fantasy? I did one horror and I loved it. So please come to me when you're ready. I think I had a little bit too much fun designing the horror cover.
Is that one out yet? Have you revealed it?
Yes.
The author?
Yeah, so it's called the Wrath's Bargain, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's by
That sounds really familiar.
Yes. And I had fun because there's actually a pre-made cover that was like a concept, but we didn't end up going with that design. That I want to release the pre-made cover soon because I really like it.
Sweet.
I love horror stuff, so anything that's like a creepy looking cover, I'm like, yeah.
Yes. So it's looking like 15 minutes. Brooke, do you have your fancy timer?
I do. Let me get her out. Him, her, they. I never know what to call bro these days. And I hate my hair today. I kid you not. In real life, my hair looks a lot more different than any time it's on here. Anytime I'm on a live stream, I'm like, why do I look like this? Anyway.
I always feel that way too. I look in the mirror, I'm like, yes. And then I get on camera, I'm like, what?
It does something. It does something to where it makes things look different for some reason. I know it's important, but still, I just always try and be presentable. Even though I'm always like in sweatshirts. I swear I've worn this sweatshirt for the past like 2 or 3 live streams I've done. I kid you not.
I've been filming a lot of videos in sweatshirts, and at first I was like, should I be like slightly more professional? And I'm like, my house is cold. I'm gonna stay in the sweatshirt.
Oh, I always wear like comfy stuff whenever I am doing some type of video thing or a live stream technically. But everything is always sweatpants or PJs. Everything. Always. I have it at 15:07 because I'm too lazy to go all the way back with the seconds. So is that
Suppose it's fine.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, you guys ready? In 3, 2, 1. Yay! Good luck, everyone. We are muting our screens, by the way. round 1 done.
Check. How did everyone do?
I love those longer sprints. They're so nice.
I like got in the zone right as the timer went off.
Yeah, I liked a little bit longer, more like 20 minutes, but it's always good to start off with 15 though. That's fine with me.
I did see a few people won, so let me see if I can find their comments so I can highlight.
They won?
Yes. Oh, okay. Here we have reading Koi. I think that's how you say it. We just started, but I won camp. Yay!
Yay, congrats!
I think I saw. Oh, Cheryl. I also made my 3,000 word camp goal. Another victory. So yeah, if you guys win, let us know, and I'll try to find your comment and bring it up. I think that was it.
Good job, everyone who's winning. And even if you're not winning, that's fine. We are not winners here by any means.
Ooh. And someone just got Natalia's book in the mail, Song of the Dryad.
I hope you enjoy it.
Sometimes when I hear people are reading my book, I'm like, please like it, please like it. But yeah, so it looks like everyone did pretty good. I saw a decent word count, so I see like 163, 170, 370, 356, 512. That's a ton for 15 minutes. I wish I was that productive. But yeah,
bugs was flying around. Oh my gosh! But no, that
I was not going to ask I was just going to ask if you went to the fridge at all because I wasn't paying attention. I was curious.
If I was what? It broke out.
If you went to the fridge at all.
No, I haven't done the fridge trip.
Okay.
I had a little bit of some chocolate before the sprints, and it made me not want to have my mocha. So that's why I'm drinking no fun water right now.
Me too.
Good. I like yours. It's like a little mason jar thing.
Yeah. I had to highlight this comment because apparently the beginning of Essence is so good, which makes me happy. Ooh, Ella, I think that's how you say your name. Won a few days ago, which is even better than, finishing early is great. Because then you don't have to worry about it.
Huge congrats. I've never won a Camp Nano before.
I am never as motivated during Camp Nano, really only during main Nano.
Yeah, I think it's because main Nano, it's like the Nano. Whereas Camp Nano, if I win, cool. If I don't, no big deal. So I don't treat it as seriously for some reason.
See, I think I won Camp Nano when I was working on She's Not Here, but I've never won a NaNoWriMo.
Never?
Never. I think it's because for camp, I can set my own goal. Maybe that's what it is. Whereas 50,000 words in 1 month is just not realistic for me. Any time of year.
It'll be different since you're more freed up to.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on how things are timing wise, because it seems like I'm always editing during NaNoWriMo. So I probably will be because Sick and Twisted, I've put it on hold until the children's book is done. And odds are that's not going to be done before NaNoWriMo. I mean, it'd be nice if it was. I wouldn't mind that.
What I'm doing right now, what I was just working on, I'm trying to work on my series outline because there was always a plan for what I wanted to happen for this one book in my series, which now I don't know if I want it to happen anymore. I just keep thinking about it going, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is it going to affect everything if you change it?
Yes. To where I just don't think I should do it. And so I'm just kind of okay, if I take this out, should it be 3 books instead of 4? Because I had wanted it to be 4 books with what I had wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But now I just don't think.
What's making you want to take that thing out?
I can't say.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, it makes me want to take it out. And so now I'm just kind of like, it doesn't affect the first book because what happens in the second book.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't affect what I have already now, but it does affect the rest of the series and stuff. So this hair is bugging me like crazy. Anyway,
I like it. I like how big it is.
I like how big of it is too, but it just isn't the way I'd want it to be. It's
it's not symmetrical.
It's not, and so I'm just kind of like, oh, you're right, it's fine. But anyway, compare outcomes and sleep on it, says Mathilde. Thank you. Yeah, I keep comparing, and so that's why I'm kind of trying to do right now. I'm like, I'm kind of making an outline for my series that's quick. That's like a really quick to the just like summarizing type thing or whatever for my possible idea of what could happen if I took out what I wanted to happen in the second book. So yeah, I don't know. What is it? Tell Natalia and Mandy the spoiler via text. I don't even think I'm going to tell you guys what I wanted to take out because it just affects a lot of different things. And if I still ended up using it, then I'm going to be telling you guys a huge thing. So
yeah, I love to help, but I also hate being spoiled.
Yeah,
so it's like
such a spoiler to where if I used it, it's such a spoiler.
Yeah, because even like I only like to be spoiled if I'm like working like one-on-one with someone a lot, but like otherwise I'm like, if you don't have to tell me, please don't tell me.
Yeah. This one, there's just no getting around spoiling. So I
have
guys. Yeah, I like Mathilde keeps giving me advice. I have the same problems. Write out the short summary of each book in different documents and compare. That's what I'm going to try and do. Right now, I'm going to write out what I think would happen if I took out what I originally had thought would happen, and then I'll probably do the opposite with another document where I do what I had originally thought for this series. So I'll just compare to see what's better, more strong.
At least you caught it now and not like after you've written everything.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple things that it affects in the first one because there's little things I'm dropping for little hints and foreshadowings and stuff, which aren't huge, but it's to where I'll probably have to go mess with those and stuff. But,
you guys hear that?
Yeah, I do. What is it?
Hang on.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
What's Greg up to? It sounds like he's working outside.
It sounded like music.
Yeah.
I thought.
It sounds like it sounds like music and he's working outside like on their van or something like that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What was it? What was it?
Been talking what it is.
He knows. My father knows that I'm streaming and he goes out and starts mowing the lawn.
That was such a plot twist. We were totally guessing it was Greg.
No. Greg doesn't like mowing the grass. Neither do I. We're not grass mowers, but
it gets all gross.
I like the smell of it.
I like it when it's long and wild. I like one.
You'd love my yard then, because we don't officially own a lawnmower. Hey, what'd she do? Just yell out the window like, "Stop mowing the lawn!"
No, that's hilarious. What if we didn't hear her?
Oh, she's throwing stuff.
She either did something really bad and that made a loud noise, or she farted really loud.
How'd it go?
What did you do to stop him?
My grandmother has been asking him to mow for like a week, and he just decides that now is the perfect time to do it.
Sure.
It's kind of late. Well, what time is it for you?
5:30, 5:40.
Oh, okay. So the sun's still up for you. I forget you're in the earliest time zone.
So you guys hear that in the background. You know what it is.
It's okay. I feel like it's usually me who has like noise going on in the background. So, oh, my guinea pig peed on my outline. That's
funny.
I'm sorry. That's like I had to.
Mathilde, that's so funny. I wasn't expecting that when I just heard you say pee, and I was like, what?
I understand that. I used to have 3 guinea pigs, so it became difficult when I got a cat. Though I realized that doesn't mix well.
Are you guys having like issues like you with your books right now that you're working on? Like, are there any issues that you're coming into as of right now that you need to talk out with us?
Any book issues?
Yes.
My doodles are needing to be perfected. That's all I got.
I guess all I have is just that outlining is hard.
Yeah, so you're on book 3?
2. So I've written book 2 twice, but I want to do a third draft, and I'm re-outlining for this draft. So that's what I'm working on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just feel like outlines help so much.
Oh, they really do.
We were dancing for a little bit on Whiskey City.
What was that you said at the end?
Oh, I said I think outlines help so much because you were pantsing the first time of Whiskey City and you didn't care for it.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, the first draft that I
first, I felt like, but then you didn't like it. You liked it at first, but then you didn't like it at one.
Yeah, I liked it at first because I was like, oh, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. But then when I went back and had to actually look at it, I was like, oh, I hate this. Like, it's not what I want it to be. But then I did the second draft and I loved it. But I've since changed things in Pistol Daisy. So moving forward, I have to make sure that I'm maintaining those changes. So that's why I'm re-outlining.
Cheryl asked me a question I thought was good.
Yeah, well, I there's another. Is Tifa named after Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, Tifa is. So there's a little story behind that. The Final Fantasy Tifa character is a female, and originally Greg thought Tifa was a female cat. But he's not. He's Tifa.
You did that with one of my own cats,
really?
Too, where we thought she was a girl, but then it was a boy. So it happens a lot, I think.
Yep.
See, Moon's a boy, but everyone thinks Moon's a girl because I guess people think Moon is a girl name, but I feel like it's a boy name. But I don't know.
I feel like it can work either way.
Yeah, it can work either way.
But yeah, Tifa is named after Final Fantasy.
And then another question. I'm wanting to do a series, but I don't know where to start. Advice? I've never written a series, so I can't advise.
I'm trying to write a series, and I'm learning along the way. I would say my only advice at this point is to try to get like a very basic idea of how many books you want and what you want to happen in those books. Because I didn't do that at first, and I was definitely feeling a little bit lost about like, okay, where am I going? How long is this series going to be? But recently, this month actually, I have sat down and actually written out what I want to happen in each of the like 4 books that I'm planning now, and that has been really helpful. And also, get this if you don't already have it.
Yes.
This is a lifesaver. Like, I always have it when I'm outlining.
I still like refer to it even when I'm writing. Like it's a Bible.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like I do think having a game plan, like even though sometimes people are pantsers, I feel like it'd be really hard to be a pantser and write a series because not having a game plan for what's to come. I love the new Star Wars movies, but that right there is kind of a good example of not knowing where you're going, and then they just kind of wing it once they get to that movie to write the script of things.
I have to say,
have a game plan ahead. So I love those movies. Do not get me wrong, but I completely understand people's aggravatingness or whatever it comes to those series because they had no game plan.
It's so funny you say that because Greg and I have seen all of them together, and when we got out of the last one, I just wanted to like vent to him about how frustrated I was about how like the entire story played out, and he got so irritated at me. He like didn't even want to talk to me on the ride home in the car because he was so annoyed that I was like, let me point out all these issues. And why did he do that? And what about this? And like,
didn't he hate Last Jedi?
Greg?
Oh,
I don't know where he is.
I remembered like there was a past video. I think it was whenever you were first introducing Greg on your channel, and you guys were talking Star Wars, and he was like going, "I don't want to talk about Last Jedi," or something like that.
That might have been one. I know that there have been some that he's really enjoyed, and some that he's been kind of disappointed in.
I love Rise of Skywalker. I need to rewatch it because I've only seen it once, but I was like so high on that movie. I loved it so much, even though I totally get people's aggravation. I totally see it, but Last Jedi. Not Last Jedi. Well, I still like Last Jedi, but Skywalker.
Oh man. Okay, not to throw go away from Star Wars, but there was another series questions. Where in the book does it
Sorry,
talk?
no, you're fine. Get us back on track.
It
It's
is
at the
page
end, right?
286.
Okay. Oh, we have an exact page number. So
Yep, I
290.
looked it up. 286, and it's very short. It's only like 2 pages talking about how to break a series down into beats, and it's been so helpful. Yeah, for like the Pistol Daisy series. So I highly recommend it.
Ooh.
And if you guys are someone who, because I don't like reading nonfiction books, I just don't like reading them physically in physical form. I love listening to them on audiobook though. So there is Save the Cat Writes a Novel on audiobook, and I listen to that all the time.
I find that so funny. I need to write in the margins.
Yeah, look, I have like my sticky notes up here.
Mhm.
I feel like I wouldn't like retain the information if I wasn't
Yeah,
at it. But
exactly.
for other nonfiction, I love audiobooks for nonfiction. But for this, it's like, oh, I have to study this and be
No.
looking at it.
I like all nonfiction has to be text unless it's like memoir or something like that, where it's more story than like learning. Okay, well on that, do we want to try first?
Yeah, we need to get back to the sprints. We gotta help the people.
That was a great conversation though. We are technically here to write. Or at least do something productive. Although Star Wars talk I think is productive.
If you see Greg later, Natalia, even during a sprint, ask him what he thought of Last Jedi. Because
Absolutely.
I think he did not like it so much.
When he walks by, I'll grab him and ask him.
Okay, cool. And then how long should we all go for now?
I don't know, but I love how
25.
What?
25 is my
Oh,
vote.
I thought you said 85. I'm like, no, thank you.
No.
I am your father. Let's see. Just waiting for the comments to roll in. We've got 25, 30, 20, 20, 25, 33, 25, 27. Brooke trying to start some stuff between Greg and I think probably somewhere around 25 probably would be best because that seems to be in the middle of what everyone is suggesting. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Somewhere around 25, a weird odd number. What do you want? What do you want?
Has anyone said 27?
I don't think so, but that doesn't mean we can't do 27 if your heart is set on it.
You guys, if someone, I feel bad to just nominate a number. If you guys like the idea of 27, at least write it down in the comments, and then I'll feel better.
Why do you want to do 27? Oh, there. 27, 27.
Yeah! Does that sound fun?
Yep.
Why do you want 27, 27?
Huh?
Why do you want 27, 27?
I don't know. I like having it a little bit more than 25, but I don't like 30. So it's the perfect number.
Okay.
And 27 just sounds more fun.
Yes.
27. Okay. Trying to make it to where it is able to be seen. Why is it not like brightened there? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's super clear.
Okay. It looks weirdly tilted, but that's all right, I guess.
I love how we've evolved because remember when we first did these sprints, it was like a race to see who could mute themselves first.
Yes.
I thought it
was so funny. Oh my God.
So funny. It was so funny.
Sometimes I miss it, but then I remembered it would be my giant face that was on camera.
Yeah, it landed on you a lot.
Natalia never had her face.
Yeah, it was only me and Brooke. Natalia, you
always
never got
so
it.
quick and sly.
I was very sly.
Okay, are you all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Fight! I mean, right! And we're muting ourselves, just letting you know. How'd everyone do?
I'd say pretty well.
Not
I'm
terrible.
finishing the talk. You guys talk. I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in the zone.
I got in the zone. Yeah, there. We both got in the zone. Bada boom. I'm trying to see if there's anyone in the comments who won that last round. I don't think I saw anyone, but if you did win, please comment now. Emma got 567 words.
And ate dinner.
And ate dinner. That's talent.
Oh, we have a winner.
Hold up. There we go. I was waiting for it because I could see it on YouTube over here, but I was waiting for it to pop up in StreamYard. We got 430. Oh god. Every time I start reading a comment, it moves. 216, 164, 198, 171, 762, edited half a chapter. Yeah, so it sounds like people are productive, which is what we're here for.
And back to the Star Wars thing. Greg said he rated The Last Jedi a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10?
Yes.
All right.
What did he give Rise of Skywalker?
Greg, what did you rate The Rise of Skywalker? What are you thinking? He said the same.
Really?
Okay.
Did you like it better, though?
Did you like it better? Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because it sounded like he liked it better than Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, haha.
What was it? So there are 3 new movies, right? So forgive me, I'm not like an avid fan, but I do enjoy
Whatever, Andy. Whatever.
No, I'm trying to tell a story, but I can't tell the story. Like, so there are 3 new movies, right?
Well, there's technically 5.
Okay, well, either way, the 3, like, not the Rogue One ones. So I watched the first new one, and then apparently completely missed the second one coming out. And because I'm just so not involved, I went to watch the third one, and the entire time I'm watching, I had to keep asking Phil questions. I'm like, what? Huh? And he's like, didn't you watch the last movie? I'm like, I thought so.
You people drive me crazy who go, I don't know what's going on because I didn't watch the second one.
Oh my god. And it wasn't until like we left the movie theater that it finally connected the dots where I was like, wait, this is the third new one. Yet I don't think I saw the second one.
Wow, that must have been so confusing.
Oh my god, I forgot like what scene, like someone died or either didn't die, and I was like, how is huh?
And that would have been so confusing for you.
And Phil was just so annoyed. He's like, didn't you pay attention when we were watching the last one? And then I was like, I don't think I watched it.
I'm totally one of those people also who will like lean over and ask questions right in the middle of the movie if I don't understand what's going on. Drives Greg crazy when I do that.
Oh yeah, I try not to.
If I don't
but
care about the movie, if I care about the movie, I'll ask them later. If I don't give a crap, I don't mind asking because then I don't mind talking through it. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I remembered Blade Runner 2049. I did not care at all. I was like, so what's going on?
The one with Ryan Gosling.
Here's another good one. So Infinity War, and her roommate kept asking her questions. I think Infinity War and Endgame, like that was a let me watch, do not disturb me or I will like punch you or something. Like I was hardcore into that movie.
I've never seen them.
Oh my god.
Oh really? Oh my goodness.
I'm not a Marvel person. Like for some reason I find them so like melodramatic and boring. I'm like, this is so dumb. I don't know why.
Those 2 ones are so good though. So in Endgame, the movie that was the most anticipated movie almost ever. And Endgame, there was a kid at 2 different points in the movie that legit, like, okay, I think he was probably like 7 or 8, old enough to know you can't do this. He went on the stairs to go down, and he's jumping from stair to stair.
Oh.
Like everyone's face was like, it was so frustrating because he did that going down, and everyone was just turned. And so then the second time he did it like 5 minutes later. I finally said something. I was like, "Can you please stop?" And then there were other people like, "Yeah, go away."
Oh my God.
Nothing. The parents did nothing. I was so mad. I was like, and I missed a joke. There was a big joke that some people at the front were laughing at. All the people with us behind, we were so distracted. So we missed a joke.
This might have been the joke. Chris Evans making a joke about his butt.
No.
I forget. It was something like, "I do have America's ass," or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. No, that was a funny joke. No, it was like a Hulk joke whenever something was going on with selfies. I still don't recall.
Oh, I know which joke you're talking about.
But I was so frustrated. I was just like, how can you do this during one of the most anticipated movies ever?
There we go. That's the quote. That is America's ass.
But anyway, sorry you guys. We just got on like Marvel and Star Wars topics, but they're just so fun, right?
It's bound to happen.
Yeah. Oh, it happened with Frozen 2. Whenever I was watching Frozen 2,
so good.
It was so good.
Running back and forth in front of us, and I was just like, can we not ever see movies where we're not getting distracted anymore? It's just ridiculous.
It's so annoying. But I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
It's such, especially, did you guys listen to Brandon Urie's version of Into the Unknown?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
I still love Idina Menzel's though, but no, Brandon Urie's is such a good, like, it's a good, like, they're pretty much almost on point, but I listen to hers way more.
Oh, I listened to his. I'm like a huge Panic at the Disco fan. So it was funny because me and Phil watched it on Disney Plus as like a date night. And then like I heard it come on in the credits. I'm like, ooh, a rock version.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is that Brandon Urie?
Yep, I realized right away. Like his voice is so distinct.
I think I found out from someone that I forgot who, maybe it was someone from one of the live streams we've done, who had said that Brandon Urie got made fun of whenever he was like in high school because he was listening to Disney princess music, and he would be made fun of. And then now it like kind of comes full circle to where he actually gets to sing a Disney song.
Yay.
Disney princess. So it's like, ha, in your face.
Yeah.
It's just, his voice is just so powerful. I could probably gush about it all day.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Frozen 2. Like I've talked about it so many times on live streams. Yeah, it was so messy. The plot was so messy for me. I just was like, I so wanted to love it. I so wanted to love it. It was gorgeous. The movie was beautiful. But I was just like, eh.
I love it. I know my sister-in-law, she had a complaint. She's like, is teaching, like the Frozen movies as a whole, she's like, it teaches children that you can die and come back to life. And I was like, that's what you're getting out of it. And I'm like, well, I guess you're technically right, but I don't give a crap. So.
Sorry, I'm reading a comment that Felicity just said.
Oh, the Frozen 2?
That song probably was the song from.
I can't remember what song that was.
She's just sad and is singing about being sad, but that she has to conquer through it.
Which is probably why I don't remember it, because it was
a good message, but it's just like the song is like
I love talking movies. Did we want to try for one more sprint?
I would like to. I was in the zone at the very end of that one.
Okay. So let's do a vote. How long should we sprint for? I don't know if you guys could hear Phil or not. I apologize.
I was
Okay.
about to ask who that was. I was like, is it either Phil, Greg, or Natalia's dad?
No,
He's
it's
beat
Phil.
laughing now.
He's doing online gaming, and I'm like, talk quietly, please. Oh, we lost you for a minute.
Who? Who?
Wait, I don't
see
know.
you.
I'm lagging everywhere.
I see her just fine.
Okay.
I'm here. I promise.
Okay.
I'm here.
It's very much lagged, but that's okay. I have a feeling it'll fix itself after the sprint. Okay, so
I like Martin's suggestions of 22, 22, or 21.
ooh.
That seems like a good amount, but that's just me.
You don't want to do over 25 again?
We could. I just didn't know if some people would be like, another one that's long or something like that. We can totally do whatever you guys want to do.
I'm up for whatever. I think at least over 20 minutes, though. And everyone is all over the place, right? Let's do 22, 22. That seems to be the most where people are.
Okay. Oh, and just a heads up to everybody, I have to get off like at the hour. I
Okay.
need to go grocery shopping, and my grocery store is closing early. So
Gotcha. Okay. Have fun with that. I hate grocery shopping right
I
now.
haven't been in a while, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I must go because I'm out of coffee creamer.
I go as soon as they open on Tuesday mornings.
That's probably a smarter idea rather than going at night.
Because it's the most sanitary because they just cleaned.
Yeah.
And anyone who didn't get to go on the weekend goes on Monday. So by Tuesday, it's pretty dead.
That is very clever.
I learned that the hard way by going on a Monday once. Okay, are we good to go?
Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, I am.
Alright.
You all ready?
Yep.
Let's
By
go.
the way, I finally got my nails done. I'm very happy about that because my nails were just garbage beforehand.
Can I point out that your nails match the little?
I think too. It's like the
to be on brand. Thanks, Natalia or Brooke. You're not Natalia. Oh God.
You're good. Yes, it is on brand with Mandy's color right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And it looks like I'm flipping you all off right now, and I don't mean to. But anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yay! Good luck, everybody. that was it, everyone.
You can't keep doing that to me. I keep getting in the zone. You keep interrupting me. I'm getting very upset.
I'm sorry.
Good thing,
Yeah.
I guess.
I was in the zone on that one too, for sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah, lots of good sprints tonight, actually. I liked that one.
We've been, I mean, apart from like talking and getting distracted that way, it feels like we've been really focused during our sprint.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's so true. But when we get distracted, we get really distracted.
Yeah, lots of people I had seen in the comments whenever I checked back and forth, lots of people were like, dude, where did the time go? It was like, whoa, 5 minutes left, whoa.
What happens when Star Wars comes up? I think we have a winner. Mathilde, I don't know how to say it. Mathilde, is that how you say it? That makes way more sense than what I was trying to do.
I feel like I mispronounced Mathilde's name too. I sometimes think it's Mathilde, but
Yeah,
I think Mathilde.
that's
So-
what. Like, I'm notorious for pronouncing names wrong. So,
Yeah. Mathilde and I have a very shared passion of Hamilton.
is that French? Is that why we have a hard time with it? I just saw her say we.
French.
She said we in the comments. So I was like, oh my God. By the way, I'm learning French because when I do eventually go on my honeymoon, which, by the way, I would be leaving in 2 days if all of this didn't happen.
That's a bummer.
A little bummed, but we'll be going on our, well, I think we'll be going on our 1-year anniversary. We haven't moved all the reservations yet, but.
Yeah. I had a dream yesterday because I would have already had my trip to New Orleans and Nashville with Kate and everything, and, but we had to cancel that and everything. But last night I strangely had a dream where me and Kate were going to France. Like we knew the next day. In my dream, it was like the next day we were going to France. And I kept freaking out. I'm like, we're not supposed to travel right now. And you kept thinking, but Paris is calling us. It was like so weird of how I.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that makes it. That totally just reminded me of Anastasia, Together in Paris.
I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
That's like one of those underrated movies that needs way more attention.
I agree.
That and I think it's Atlantis, if I remember.
Yeah, that one's good too.
I have only seen that like probably once. And
really?
Whenever it came out, I have not rewatched that.
I remember there was a campground we went to, and like once a week they would have like a movie night with all the kids where they'd like get a projector out and play a movie. And one of the popular ones was Atlantis. And so like it just reminds me of camping, so it makes me so happy.
I've only watched Atlantis once, but it's really interesting because I watched this one podcast called Mile Higher Podcast, which I love that podcast, and also Kindle Ray. Anyway, so Mile Higher Podcast, they were talking about Atlantis and how their technology way back then was so much more advanced than what we have now. But it's not like technology like how our technology is. Like they had like powerful crystals or something like that it gave certain things energy or something like that. It was really interesting. And so and it made me think, oh my gosh, didn't they have like crystal energies that made like their vehicles go? They were able to like have crystals that made their community like active and stuff like that. So I found that really interesting.
I didn't know Atlantis was on Disney Plus. Oh, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
And
I didn't know it was on there either.
Neither did I. I've been binging all my childhood Disney Channel shows. So
I haven't done that yet, and I've been wanting to for a long time. So eventually that will happen for me.
It's well worth it. That and like stuff like Love is Blind is like long gone, but I watched Too Hot to Handle and I wasn't sure.
Oh my God, we finished that last night.
Oh, I like the first episode. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch this. And then by like the second episode,
so just entertaining.
I was just so disappointed. I'm like, really, you guys can't like you can't contain yourself for like a month
for $100,000.
I'm like, seriously? Really?
Insane.
I would have won that contest like that.
I know, right? And that one girl, she's like, I work on Instagram. I don't need the money.
Oh my God. Oh.
I was like, you're so gross. Like, I
She
can't
made me
stand her.
so angry.
I don't need the money.
Yeah, I finished that, and it was just, I did, like, several times throughout the show, I just kept going, this is so stupid. Like, I would say this out loud in that way. This is so stupid. Like, it was just so dumb, but it was like, I can't stop.
I think it was dumb enough that it was fun. Like, it has to be a certain level of dumb, and it was definitely there.
I love when the new people arrived on the boat, and that one chick was just like, don't tell the new guy I'm dumb. And I'm like, well, at least
Chloe.
And how they were, like, arriving on that boat, all of them were like, we're on our way.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, here.
I laughed so hard when they, like, actually got on land and they were walking up the beach. They weren't even wet. Like, they had, like, come out of the ocean.
Yeah.
They weren't even wet.
They probably got, like, refreshed up before they actually, like, met the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
such
right,
a dumb
Mama.
show, but hilarious, too.
90 Day Fiance. I hope you're talking about the before the 90 days, because me and Jesse, when we were in Canada for Rise, we were watching 90 Day Fiance, and now we, like, text each other memes. And we
What
can't
do you watch that on? I want to get into that.
So I have cable, so I can watch TLC Go on my laptop. But because I tried to give Jessie my login for TLC Go, and it didn't work because she's in Canada. So I'm like, we need to, like, do a stream, like, over video chat, and we can watch it together. This is how sad we've become.
Okay, guys. I have to, unfortunately, go to the grocery store. Greg just started the car. So I have to tune off.
Well, have a good night, Natalia. It was writing with you and talking with you.
All right. Well, I will see you guys in May for our next one, whenever that is.
God. Yeah, we have to pick a date.
Yet, but eventually we will set a date for our next live stream.
Definitely. And to answer Sarah's question real fast, the Pistol Daisy paperback comes out June 9th. Everything across all platforms will be out June 9th. But okay, bye everybody. I will see you at the store, and I will see you next month.
All right, bye. See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I loved Love is Blind. That was such a good show.
And all the
I bawled in so many episodes. It was just, like, so touching of, like, how they were making these connections. I just really enjoyed it.
Oh my God. Like, and I heard there's a season 2, so I was really happy about that.
When are they going to shoot?
There's going to be right? I'm like, we need more TV show, trash television, but we can't film any more of it. So I started watching Married at First Sight, and so I watched season 9. And I don't know if anyone else has watched it, but this one guy at the beginning, when they're getting married, I'm like, okay, this is the one couple that's going to make it. I can tell they've got chemistry. This is awesome. By the end of the season, I was like, this ass. I'm like, I can't stand him. What does he do? Like, he cheated on her. He, like, lied to her face, like, would pretend like they're getting better, and then, like, all of a sudden, she finds out that he's at a bar with another girl, and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't understand people whenever they're on a reality show. I'm like, you do know people are going to watch this and like crucify you in comments of
and
things.
I guess they did a Where Are They Now episode, and I just watched it, and he now looks awful. Like, he grew out his hair, and he looks like his hair grown out makes him look like he's partially going bald. And it's awful because he's like a hot guy. And he hasn't even signed the divorce papers yet, and it's been months. And he's like, I've been out of the country. And she's like, okay, you're here now. Sign them now. And he's like, I need my lawyer to look over it. And being all, and then so she walks off the set, and he's like, okay, I'm going to go see my IG model girlfriend. I'm like, really, dude? Really? I went on Twitter just to look up the hashtag to see what people are saying about him.
What a douche. And what show was that?
That's Married at First Sight.
Okay.
And it's like, even the people that do end up getting married, like, the journey is so rough where I'm like, why do people even bother?
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, oh my gosh, this just does not seem ideal.
Because it's like, right away you're jumping in with a stranger, and if you're like someone who's has a hard time with, the one person was a virgin, and like the whole process, the 2 months they were married, never even got close to having sex, and I'm like, oh,
It's so weird.
I was like, oh, this is so wrong in so many ways. And I couldn't stop watching. I'll probably go back and watch all the other seasons.
No, that sounds good too. And where is that on?
Netflix.
Okay, that's on Netflix.
Yes. So Too Hot to Handle is on Netflix.
I've been getting, like, because After Love is Blind, then Too Hot to Handle came on. I was like, okay, I'll watch this too. And then now I'm like, okay, what else could I watch that's a reality binge and stuff?
I just love, because you can tell Too Hot to Handle is the same exact people who created The Circle with the little talking.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, The Circle's pretty good. Like, it's not as good as these other ones, but it's really good.
People talk about Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove is like laugh out loud funny.
Wait, what are we talking? Wait, the Emperor, like the cartoon?
Yeah.
The like the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a series too. I remember. I think it was Disney that tried to do a series.
There was like a TV show of it. Disney always did like a TV show of a successful movie,
and it was never anywhere near as good.
No, Little Mermaid though was really good, and so was Aladdin, and then so was Tarzan. I watched those whenever I was growing up. They were fun. They weren't movie quality.
Yes.
And then also
to watch.
Buzz Lightyear.
Oh my god, I liked Lilo and Stitch, like the series for Lilo and Stitch.
That one.
Oh, it was good, because you remember at the end of the last movie how they like accidentally scatter all the little experiments everywhere. So the series is literally just them trying to find all the experiments.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so every episode is a different experience and experiment. And you can tell that I was a little bit obsessed with it because I very clearly remember it.
That's fun. I never got into wrong lever Kronk. I never got into Lilo and Stitch like how other people did. I don't know why I didn't get into it as much. It just wasn't my favorite, like how other people love it. I don't know. I think it was because it like started to not be Disney Renaissance material.
That's true. Yeah.
It was like such a grand Disney moment and of time in the 90s. And then it was like either Atlantis or Lilo and Stitch. It started to like not be that for me.
Yeah. It's kind of weird how there's the like this clear divide.
Yeah. I don't know. It was like such a majestic Disney movie experience of movies. And then they started to like not be as wonderful to me. I don't know. I loved Emperor's New Groove, but it is also very different from other Disney Renaissance movies. And stuff. I don't know. Even though I love it, but it's different. It like they started. I think that was the movie where they started to do different things with it.
Well, there were less. Actually, there were no songs. Are there any songs in Emperor's New Groove?
I don't think so. I think Phil Collins sang a little bit, but or Sting. It was either.
I honestly, now that I think about it, I think that might be it.
Tarzan. It wasn't like Tarzan. Tarzan did that more like in the movie. But I correct me if I'm wrong. I think Phil Collins did like the end like title credits, and that's about it. I
have no clue. You think as a kid I paid attention to the credits?
I know. Prince of Egypt was really good. Yeah, Dream.
See, I don't even think I know exactly what you guys are talking about. I've never seen it.
Prince of Egypt is really good. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I had randomly come upon a part from that movie of Prince of Egypt where I don't know what it's called in the Bible, but it's a scene of where it's a scene of where all of the firstborns die.
I forget what it's called too, but I know what you're talking about.
But like that scene is so eerie, but it's so cool. Like if you looked it up and watched it, you're like, whoa! Like it's so eerie how they do it, but it's so cool. Like just watch it, look it up. I don't know what it's called biblical term wise and stuff like that, but yeah, it's like whoa whenever you watch that scene and stuff. Passover Is that what it is?
Oh, yep, that's what it is. Mhm.
Okay.
I went to a Catholic school, and that finally rang the bell. Oh yeah, I should probably know that.
Yeah, if you watch that scene, you can look it up on YouTube. Like that whole scene of how they do it, it's so creepy and eerie how they do it. And I'm like, wow, yeah, it's like the final plague. It's like the nail in the coffin, pretty much.
I kind of miss how older kids' movies are like a little bit more risque and dark. Yeah, like
I miss that too because because as kids we don't pick up on stuff.
You don't pick up on
whenever you're an adult watching this over, you're like,
it's great.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Whereas now kids' movies, it's like all just fart jokes and blah, 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 and it's just like, okay, you're like really just talking down to the kids rather than like conveying a message of that could be resonating with adults too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've definitely had, like, my favorite new kids movies would be stuff like Frozen and Moana especially. I love Moana.
Yeah, I like Moana too.
I'm trying to think of the Day of the Dead one with the music.
Oh, Coco?
Coco! I love Coco.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if it's not Disney or Pixar, I don't care for kid movies. Although I need to watch How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't seen all of it, and everyone's always like, "Oh, How to Train Your Dragon," and I haven't given it a fair chance because I had to leave my friend's house for some reason whenever I was watching it over there at her place, and so I never got to finish it. So
I have no desire. See, I only like the really mainstream ones. That's I watched Inside Out, and I was just not into it. I'm like,
I loved Inside Out. Oh, I saw it twice in the theaters. I loved that movie so much.
I didn't like it at all. I'm like, this is too. As I say, I miss it being like kids' movies being a little more dark, and I'm like, this is too heavy.
Yeah, and then Charlie was asking me about DreamWorks. I'm still the same. I have to be really picky about DreamWorks too. Like DreamWorks was How to Save Your Dragon, which I would like to watch, or Save Your Dragon, Train Your Dragon, and I would like to watch that for sure. But other than that, I can't name any other movie off the top of my head that's DreamWorks that I would like to watch that's coming out nowadays. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Oh, this talking about like kids movies being dark made me think of, so when I was on my writing retreat cruise thing, one of the mentors that was there is the guy that wrote the script for Tarzan and also in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So he was talking about how he had written this huge monologue for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I guess the film people loved it, but they ended up turning it into a song. And I don't even think I've seen that movie, but he showed this scene and he's like, I cannot believe they put this in the movie. This is the most risque song I've ever seen. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And it's this priest singing about how much he is lusting for this woman. And I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit risque.
It's so dark. I love Hunchback. It's so underrated. That's probably the darkest, I feel like, Disney Renaissance movie for sure.
Yeah, that's one I need to watch. After he said that, I'm like, oh, I need to watch this movie.
Yeah, I love Hunchback. That scene also whenever he's singing about Esmeralda.
That's her name, yeah.
It's called Hellfire. And oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm like, I have no clue. I've never seen the movie, even though I think I've maybe seen a scene or two when I was a kid. But I'm like watching this, I'm like, how do they even fit this in the movie? Like, what? Huh?
I love that. Lots of people are like, how could Disney do this? And it's like, I think there's lots of people who are like, hey, this is a breath of fresh air compared to like singing birds. Well, they have.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I guess
total opposite.
I guess it's not like totally different, but anyway, I don't know. I just Swan Princess is so good, and I also loved Quest for Camelot. Quest for Camelot was.
I haven't seen those.
You would love Swan Princess. Swan Princess
by DreamWorks.
I think it's by DreamWorks. Guys, let me know because y'all are talking about Swan Princess. I liked American Tail. I think I saw Fievel Goes West more than I did American Tail.
Here we are supposed to be talking about writing and publishing, and we're like, Disney movies!
we're done with the sprint, so it's all okay. Swan Princess is Warner Brothers. Mandy, if you wanted to, you could probably YouTube Swan Princess, honestly, because you can YouTube.
Yeah, you can get a lot of movies on you. Well, you have to pay for it, but
Thumbelina, it's free. I watched parts of that because I really like parts of Thumbelina. I watched parts of it, and they have the whole movie on YouTube. So let me see if Swan Princess is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's not free. It's for buy or rent.
Okay, well, Thumbelina is free. That one's not my favorite, but the "Let Me Be Your Wing" song is so good. I love that song.
Oh my good. Oh, this reminds me that I used to love the Barbie movies when I was a kid.
I used to watch those too. I watched those whenever I was probably too old to be watching them. I watched those really at an older age.
Like, how old?
Like, I was going into 8th grade, and it was the "I'm just like you, you're just like me." Da, 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 da,
Yeah, that's borderline.
It's like, what is it? I'm a girl like you.
Oh my god, I can't even. The fact that you remember the songs, because I don't remember the songs at all. I just know I owned all the movies and I watched all the movies, but I was more of a like Little Mermaid watch over and over fan.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was a mermaid when I was a kid. I thought I was gonna be a marine biologist. Don't know where that went wrong.
I was a marine biologist, honestly. Yeah, it's The Princess and the Pauper. That's the Barbie one that I really enjoyed. I was really too old to be watching it, but I was like, this looks like fun.
Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm reading the comments. Is Hellfire the name of the song in The Hunchback?
Yes, that's what it's called.
That's the name. How'd they swing that?
I don't know, but it's such a great, awesome song. It's like, oh god, you all need to look that up. Yeah, Princess and the Pauper was so good. I loved it so much. There's still songs in my head that I remember from that.
Much longer.
Oh, would I ever want to write about mermaids? I'm actually kind of done writing in fantasy, and that makes me. Yeah, I still like reading it. But I like any ideas that I have for future novels are not fantasy. I'm more into the contemporary. Like I even have a hard time finding fantasy that I enjoy these days. Like most contemporary novels, I can pick them up and enjoy them, but I'm a little bit more picky when it comes to fantasy. And I'm not a high fantasy person either. Like I just like the touch of it, which has always been kind of how my books are, or at least in my opinion they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably no mermaids for me.
You're knowing like what you're wanting to focus on with genres and stuff.
What?
I say, well, at least now you know what you want to focus on writing with genres and stuff.
Yeah, children's fucking thrillers.
It's Heaven's Light / Hellfire, Mandy, for whenever you're wanting to like, because it's because Quasimodo sings first, and it's like how bright and how excited he is about
the
relationship with Esmeralda, and everything's just like bright, and he compares everything to Heaven's Light, and then Frollo comparing his his lust for Esmeralda with Hellfire. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
When he showed us the clip, he only showed us the clip from the Hellfire side, so I had no clue there was all that good feeling stuff first.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, this dude has got an issue.
Yeah. And then Mary Wembley was talking about how Maleficent says in Sleeping Beauty, "Now you shall deal with me and all the powers of hell." It's like,
really?
It goes dark, man. They don't do that anymore because they'll get in trouble.
Well, I'm just more like surprised by the use of the language. Like others, like themes can go over a kid's head, but like hell, I mean, I guess like if you are raised by religious parents, then the word hell has come up, and this is more referring to it I guess in both cases it refers to it as a place.
Yeah. And if you all wanted to see something really dark that's done by Disney, Zara was bringing up Night on Bald Mountain, which it's a part from Fantasia, like the old Fantasia movie. And I kid you not, okay, someone had told me the name of the dude from Night on Bald Mountain. His name is something that I can never remember in my head, but it's such a dark thing in Fantasia. And they even like show snippets of boobs. Like, I kid you not. If you watch, it's like they have demons that are dancing, and there's like, I see boobs and stuff, and you'd have to watch it in order to see what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain, but yeah, the anime. Oh my! I love how we're talking about all dark Disney stuff.
Bring it in, bring it in.
The animation of Frollo's imagination Esmeralda during Hell's Fire is insane. Like Jasmine under Jafar's spell. Yeah. The animation, like, she's so beautiful, but it's also like, yeah, it's very dangerous at the same time. I love the Fantasia where the one where Mickey is a wizard. It's that one, Charlie. It's. Oh, I forgot what year they did that. I think they did it in 1940.
That's an old one.
Yeah, because they had Fantasia 2000, and they have Fantasia from, I think it's the 1940s. But yeah, it's that one. You could just probably type up Night on Bald Mountain on YouTube and watch the longer version to see what I'm talking about. But that scene is really scary, honestly. There's lots of people who are like, this is scary. Because it is. And you see ghosts. I mean, it's really cool. If you
want to know what freaked me out as a kid was Dumbo, the scene where he got drunk. It freaked me out, and now I look back at it, I'm like, oh, he just got drunk. That's all. But like as a kid, I was like, what's going on?
That's funny. Yeah, so both Fantasia films are on Disney Plus, and then Zara said it's the 1940 version. Okay, so I was right; it was in the 1940s.
Okay, cool.
And then the Fantasia 2000, the one where it's like that fairy nymph who's running away from the volcano, lava, is so beautiful. That's such a, and I feel like the animation is still like, even to today's standards of animation, it's still so beautiful. Well, I think I'm getting kind of hungry, so I feel like we are good to wrap up.
Yes, we've had our Disney fix.
We've had fun talking about it, so this is really fun.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I have to go do stuff anyways because I was in the zone when we were last interrupted, so I should probably get back into the zone.
Yeah.
But it was fabulous talking to you and talking to everyone, and I'm glad we had our Disney fix for the night. Everyone's agreeing with me about Drunk Dumbo. That makes me feel great. And on that note, oh my God, Pinocchio's jackass scene.
Yes, with all the donkeys. That's really disturbing.
Yes, yes. Ooh, old Disney. Sometimes I wish we could bring it back. Okay, all right. I'm going to end the live stream now. Thank you all for tuning in. Next time we will talk slightly less about Disney.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.